everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla, if you don't know me. Hey girl. Okay, so this makeup look today is just my simple, quick, everyday makeup routine. Now girl, I don't wear makeup every day. I promise I don't. But if I did, this is what I would do. And if I wake up and I'm like, I want to do my makeup, this is what I do. So I'm using the Maybelline Micro Brow Pencil. I'm in the shade Black Brown. I like my eyebrows dark. Now, y'all, this is a great dupe for the Benefit Precision, or like the Benefit Precisely Brow, because it's super thin. However, the thing I have to say about it, y'all, I use it every day. I do my eyebrows like every day, and it lasts me for 6 days. So just beware if you do get this brow pencil. It's great, but it won't last, so that sucks. So Maybelline, you need to fix that. But I'm just cleaning up my brows with a concealer brush, and I'm going in with the e.l.f. concealer in the shade Deep Olive. It's just like my skin tone, and I like to use a skin tone shade to clean up my brows, just so it doesn't look crazy. Now, if I am going to do like a dramatic eye look, I will go in with a brightening concealer, or just a shade that's like 2 shades lighter than me, just to make sure that that underbrow is popping, okay? Popping. Now I'm starting off with primer for my base. I'm using the Hangover RX primer by Too Faced, and I love this primer because it's very moisturizing, yet it still gives me a nice like tackiness that I need, which is great for my foundation to adhere to. So I love it, and I recommend it for any of my combo dry skin girls who just likes extra hydration, you know what I'm saying, But yeah, I love it, and I recommend it, and I've been using it for like the past month and a half, 2 months, so I highly recommend it. And then for a foundation, of course, I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. I've already raved about this foundation, and I'll continue to rave about it. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. I recommend it for all skin types. Yes, it says luminous, but it's more of a natural satin, just beautiful finish, and I think any skin type will love it. I mean, I could just be saying that, but no, seriously, like, try it out. If you don't like it, sorry, but at least give it a try. It's worth a try. And as you guys saw, like, I love putting my foundation on with the actual foundation brush. It just helps give a nice, even application. That way, when it comes to using the Beauty Blender is just setting everything and sealing it all in place, because the brush pretty much did all the work without doing too much work. And then if you have used a Beauty Blender and if you're used to using it, you know it takes forever to blend out your foundation. Like, it's just, you have to do a lot of bouncing. But if you do the brush first, it eliminates half of the work, and it just looks better. It looks nice and even. It doesn't look splotchy. And it's just nice. Just look at the skin. Look at it. And then I'm going in with my Fenty Beauty Concealer. I'll have all my shade names and everything with the link of the product down below, just so you guys know exactly what I'm using. But I love this concealer. I've been using it for the past 2-3 months, honestly, and if you don't have it, I don't know why. And then here, I like to let my concealer set a little bit. That way, when it's time to blend out, it's very opaque, and I know that it's not going to go anywhere, and it gives it its fullest coverage, because since it's already set a little bit, the Beauty Blender won't take too much off, because we know sponges kind of soak up excess product. But if you let it sit a little bit, it's going to make sure that the product is sitting in the face and covering and doing its job. And I'm just rambling, so I'm sorry. And for max brightening and coverage underneath my eye, I like to put a little bit in the inner corner just to let it sit there. In the meantime, I'm going in with my Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Toffee. It's my favorite. Like, it's my favorite. And I'm going to cream contour a little bit with this. And then you'll see I blend it out with the same beauty blender. And I like blending out my cream contour with a beauty blender or a sponge because it helps make it look more natural and not as like, you know what I'm trying to say. And letting your concealer sit in the inner corner for a little bit, for like my girls or guys who have darker circles, this helps give extra brightness and it covers much more. If you have dark circles, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is my Hourglass Veil Translucent Powder. My favorite powder ever, girl. Now, if you have dry skin or if you're scared to use powder, I would highly recommend this one. Now, as you see, I'm using a small brush to put on the powder underneath my under eye. I don't like this powder with the Beauty Blender because it's so thin already. When I use a sponge, it just looks weird under my eye and it just looks cakey and like weird, just not okay. So I prefer using this powder with a brush like this, and it just leaves a beautiful finish. Like, my face is not matte, but it's not like dewy. It's just perfect, and then my skin just looks great, and you should try it. You should really, really try it. And then this brush right here, bomb. It's like a powder stipple brush. I'm gonna find out what the brush is and I'll link it below, because if I like it, I need you to try it, at least. I love it. And I've never been big on putting like powder all over my face because I've always had just more on the drier side skin. So this helps set my makeup in place without looking cakey. Now this is the James Charles and Morphe palette. It's just a shade that I'm using. It's like a light tan shade. I'm honestly just putting a beauty blender. What the hell am I talking about? I'm using a blending brush and just putting this shade in my crease just to give me some dimension, just to make my eyes, pop without having anything on them for real, if that makes sense. But you can just use any light brown tan shade that will define the crease just a little bit. And I like to go in with the same brush and shade and put that on my under eye just to define my lower lash line, making it stand out more, giving it a little pop, giving it a little dimension, because my under lash line got a little washed away with the concealer. And then going in with like a milk chocolate brown shade, just any darker shade you want to use. I like to take a defining brush and just stamp that on my lower lash line again, making my eyes stand out, making them, you know. Okay, so now I like to use the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker bronzer. This is the shade Caramel Cutie. It's a little dark for me right now, but, still love it. But I just use this with an angled brush to define my nose, a little bit of nose contour. And I like to take the brush and blend the bronzer into my eyelid just so it all looks, together. And then lately I've been loving this eyeliner pen. Again, it'll be linked down below. But I like to use this to do a little wing. Now I wouldn't do a wing every day. It just depends on my mood. But typically I like a little wing just to give a little little Shazam, little spice to the, the look. And I highly recommend eyeliner pens for anybody who's new to eyeliner. It just gives you nice control and it's nice precision to the line. And then in with some mascara, this is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I didn't put any on my upper lash line because I have lash extensions right now that are like barely there, but you get the point. And then I'm going in with my Becca E Panama Sun Bronzer with a big fluffy powder brush, and I'm just putting a little bit of bronzer on my cheeks. I love bronzer. I could literally just put bronzer all over my face and be happy, honestly. With my brows and a little bit of lip gloss, Now for blush, this is by the brand Note, and I think it's in the shade Desert Rose or Dusty Rose, something like that, but it's very pigmented, y'all. And I'm going in with a Morphe brush, my same Morphe brush that I've been using since like 2013. But I just put that on my cheeks, and sometimes I can go a little overboard, so I'm just going back in with my bronzer just to take some of that color away, and with a regular powder brush just to, take some of that off. And this is the Hustler Baby highlighter by Fenty Beauty, and I'm just putting that on my nose and just a tad on my cheeks. On an everyday basis, I wouldn't want to be like gleaming with highlight, but yeah. And then this is the lip liner in the shade Mahogany by NYX Cosmetics. It's my favorite, it's my go-to, I love it. And I'm just lining my lips. And honestly, you can leave the lips like this. You can just use any lip liner and, go about your day. But here I'm topping it off with the Dose of Colors Nude Mood or Mood Nude liquid lipstick. I got it in my BoxyCharm. And then this is the Kylie Cosmetics lip gloss. I don't know the name of it, but it's their clear gloss with the glitter in it. Again, it'll be linked down below. But that is it. Very simple. Hope you guys like it. And I'll definitely see you soon in my next video. And don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe and follow me on social media. Love you.